We outside. The lockdown was frustrating. Nobody could do nothing. We home. All we was home. Cause COVID had me nervous. It is a deadly virus. We home. All we was home. We eating and we sleeping, Netflixing and we chilling. We can't go nowhere at all. We can't go out and party, can't visit anybody. We can't go nowhere at all. But now, we outside. Hands up, drinks up, everybody. We outside. Jump up, dance up, let the party. We outside. Hands up, drinks up, everybody. We outside. We outside. Outside is where we wanna be. To jump and wave and party with all we friends and family. Outside is the naturality. To wind up on a bumpy, resting on while and waxy. We fully vaccinated, although we hesitated. So now we can go outside. We putting on we mask and sanitizing we hands yet. So now we can go outside. The lockdown was like crazy, the curfew was she causing, but now we can go outside. But make sure that you stay safe, don't take no chance anything, cause we all want to stay outside. We outside, hands up, drinks up, everybody. We outside, jump up, dance up, like the party. We outside, hands up, drinks up, everybody. We outside, we outside. Outside is where we wanna be. To jump and wave and party.
Check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2.
Outside is the naturality. To wind up on a bumpy, resting on while and waxy. We want to lime and party, jump up and drink some honey. We stay safe and merry. Let me jump up, let me jump up, call me outside. Hands up, drink up, everybody. We outside, jump up, dance up, let's party. We outside, hands up, drink up, everybody. We outside, we outside, we outside. Hands up, drink up, everybody. We outside, jump up, dance up, let's party. We outside, hands up, drinks up, everybody. We outside, outside.
Now, back to the hottest talk show on the net with your host, Russ Sills.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the JMO Talk Show. Tonight, we have a great show in store for y'all. So all my DMV peeps, if you're out there on the Facebook land, make sure y'all tune in, share this live. We have a lot of information from the Virgin Islands Association of DC. Yeah, they're in the house tonight. We have Ms. Marva Gums Jennings, and we have Steely, Mr. James Lloyd, and also on the call we have Mr. I didn't get his name, I'm sorry, but we'll get his name.
Clarence Beaverhouse.
Clarence Beaverhouse. Yes, we have him on the call as well. He's going to be joining us in a few minutes. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. Again, it's June 17th. Wherever y'all in this world, right now outside is showing at 83, 84 degrees. Yes, in the south is very hot. It's 8 o'clock p.m. We should be winding down. I mean, the temperature should be going down, but unfortunately, I don't know what's going on. We're having some kind of heat wave that's passing through the south and east. I don't know what's going on, man. But if you're in the house, if you're in the Facebook Live, let us know that you're here, you're listening to us, and tell us what your temperature is in your hometown. It's 83, 82, 83 degrees here in Atlanta, Georgia. But anyway, tonight we have a great show in store for y'all. The Virgin Islands Association of DC, they have a great events planning for y'all next weekend in the DMV. So if you're in the DMV area, if you're in New York, Pennsylvania, Delaware, North Carolina, make sure y'all tune in. Come on out, man. They have a great event. The All White and the VI Picnic is going down next weekend in DC. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce again to you my Zoom guests for tonight. We have Mr. James Lloyd, Ms. Marva Gums Jennings, and we have Clarence Van Beaverhouse. Good evening, y'all. How y'all doing?
Doing well.
Everything is good?
Yeah.
All is
All
well.
right.
It's
Is all
90
is well?
degrees in DC.
It's 90 degrees? Oh, wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's also 90 degrees in your area, James?
Yep, 93.
93. Oh my God. It's crazy. All right, let me see who someone is coming in on this end. I don't know if it's Clarence. Let's see who that is. Good evening.
Yeah, the reason I'm coming in on the other line is because I wasn't able to show video. I'm driving now, so
okay, cool. Is this Clarence?
Okay. Yes, it's Clarence. Beaver House.
All right, Clarence, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Okay,
and
good,
it's
good.
89 degrees where I am up here in Ellicott City.
All right, so it's 89 degrees. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay, so we got Mr. Clarence in the house. Okay, here we go. We got some little picture of you. Okay, Clarence, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right, so before we get started, we want to make sure that we want to make sure that you keep driving. Don't look at the camera, but you could talk. I don't want you to be looking down and up, and then you know what I'm saying. I gotta. And also coming to the JMO talk show, I'll be like, listen here, we got that kind of money right now. We got that kind of money right now. You know what I'm saying? Not right now. So we want you to just drive. Let's talk and drive. Are we good? Don't look down in the camera. You keep your head straight and keep it moving. I know how that traffic is in the DMV. Trust me. I used to live up there. So what's going on, y'all? We here. We finally have the Virgin Islands Association of DC in the house. Before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to Miss Luann Lake. She's the person that is behind all of this is possible tonight. So shout out to Miss Luann Lake. I know she's listening to us tonight. So thank you, Luann, for making this interview possible. So everybody good?
Yeah, we're good, man. We
good?
appreciate you giving us an opportunity
I went and
to
got
come
my
on.
water. I went and got my water, James. Listen, I wasn't playing. Even though I'm inside and the AC is moving, I still got to get my water, man. So
I heard that.
It's really hot out there. So Marva, how are you doing?
Really good. And we just really appreciate your giving us the opportunity to come on to your very, very popular show and to talk with you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. So, Clarence, what's happening? First time I'm meeting you. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm 6 feet above ground, walking, breathing. You know, hey.
Can't complain.
I'm doing great. It's Friday. It's Friday, and we got a holiday coming Monday, Juneteenth, and we're gonna celebrate and be safe. But while we do all of that.
Most definitely. So y'all doing anything for Juneteenth? I know y'all have a big weekend coming up next weekend, but y'all doing anything small, any fish fry? I know y'all be doing some fish fry up there. Y'all doing anything for the Juneteenth?
Well, not as an association.
Why
but...
are you teasing us like?
Okay.
Fish fry.
The audio is.
Yeah, no, he was passing a bad area. So go ahead. What you said, Clarence?
No, we don't have anything planned for Juneteenth, even though I understand Avalanche is up here for a function that's going on the 19th, I think.
Yeah. I think y'all have some. Yes. DC have a weekend that they have like a party weekend up there. This weekend as we speak. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So so for the listeners that first time talking to the VIADC, tell us a little bit about the organization. How did y'all got started? I know I was reading some of the synopsis behind the scene, and I saw that y'all started this back in the 80s. So tell us a little bit about how the whole organization, the association got started in DC.
I can jump in and take the lead on that one. We frankly were a number of people who were in the DC area, probably going to school or new young professionals that got together. There was an organization called VI Advocates in the area that did some things sporadically. And so we all kind of got together around just wanting to be together, missing home, having that cultural fellowship. And as a result of some meetings over the months where we just got together and found some real camaraderie, we decided to start to form an organization. But we didn't know that many people up here. We kind of knew of each other. And we took some time just to know about each other, start to do our bylaws before we even had a vote, and decided that we wanted to be formal and have a board and all of that stuff. So that was in 1981 that we kind of became a little bit more formal. And we have been existing since then and doing a lot. Number one, to maintain our fellowship. Two, to support the youth of our Virgin Islands. Keep an eye out on what's happening politically, legislatively, in support of that. And really serve as a kind of a home away from home by doing some cultural activities. The most famous thing is trying to cook our food. And so, yeah, we've been going strong. And I think the three people you have here have been around and supporting this effort for quite a number of years, As a matter of fact, all of us have been president of the group. We have elections every so often, president of each individually presidents. And so that has sort of sustained a lot of us, newcomers and not. So in addition to what we're doing for each other, we also try to do things for the DMV area. So we have a lot of different kinds of activities to support our community. So our community is here in the DMV and our community is back home in the Virgin Islands.
No doubt, no doubt. You want to chime in about a little bit about what she said, James?
Yeah, well, and Marva kind of summed it up. I think what we've evolved into was more like a service type organization. The organization have during disaster relief have collected, I think, over one of those big vans to go home during Hurricane Irma, that kind of stuff, some hurricane relief. I think at one time back in one of the major hurricanes, they also did something to support that as well. So I look at it, the association has evolved into this service type organization, as Marva has alluded to earlier. More of a benefit to our youth of the Virgin Islands. And we say of the Virgin Islands, we're talking to diaspora because we have families that have raised families here in the DMV, and we're considering that as part of the Virgin Islands. So the scholarship program is one of our biggest give back.
To the Virgin Islands. Anything you want to chime in, Clarence? I know you're driving.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. I want to chime in through my stomach. One of the reasons that I
he's in a bad area. Yeah, he's in a bad area. Okay, so we're gonna come back to you. We're gonna come back to you, Clarence. You're breaking up real bad.
You can hear me?
You're breaking up real bad. We're gonna get back with you because it was going in and out real bad. Well, we're gonna get back with you a little bit. So I'm gonna just kind of talk to James and Marva. But you could chime in if you can. If you know you're in a good area, could chime in. But right now is really patchy.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So y'all started. So basically, this whole thing started when a group of Virgin Islanders that live in the DMV area. What was the school that y'all, I know you mentioned, Marva, that when y'all was going to school, high school or college, y'all started this organization?
Yeah, most of us were up here for college.
College?
The various,
is that
and the
specific
DMV,
college
as you
that
know.
y'all was going to?
Huh?
It was a specific college y'all was going to?
No, colleges across the DMV. There are about between 13 and 17 colleges in the area. So people went to Morgan, Howard, George Washington, Georgetown, America and all over.
Okay, the reason why I ask is because, you know, like, growing, well, in my time, you know, you only had like a specific area that everybody was going to college, which was Florida. You see what I'm saying? Florida, you're going to Florida Memorial or St. Thomas College or something like that. So I know that we have a lot of HBCUs in the DMV area. So I just wanted to know it was like a specific college that everybody was going to, like Howard or Morgan State. You know, when I moved up in that area, when I used to live in the DMV, this was like in the 90s, the mid 90s, Morgan State, I heard a lot of people was going to Morgan State. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think there was some of that, but eventually people sort of branched out. Back in the day when we first started, we had a fairly large contingent of Virgin Islanders in the Baltimore area, some teaching at Morgan, some going to Morgan. So we would have meetings over in Baltimore. We would just travel like maybe once a month or once every other month. So, you know, there's some truth to what you're saying that happened. But I think it's spread out. When the group came together, when I was there, I was at GW, Clarence was at Howard. So there were a number of institutions represented. Yeah.
Right. So did the colleges, the HBCU colleges, did they ever reach out to y'all and say, hey, you know, this might be a great idea down the line if we could now start implementing Virgin Islanders on you know, to work for these colleges, that we could now recruit some Virgin Islanders to come to the DMV area to some of the schools? Would there ever been a talk about that, or you know, your focus was okay? Yeah, we live in the DMV. However, our main focus is the Virgin Islands. So we're gonna try to keep our Virgin Islanders going to UVI.
I don't think consistently. I can just speak personally, and I don't know the experience that the other gentlemen have. Not consistently. I think our admissions office where I work, and I work for a college, sometimes have utilized me when they're talking to student recruits from the Virgin Islands, or when they've actually signed on board and come on board, let them know a Virgin Islander works in administration. And I've been able to connect with them, and if I could mentor them, etc. But not really consistently, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. You would like to chime in,
so
James?
Our focus.
Okay.
Go ahead, Marv.
I was just going to say, so our focus really as an organization is to really let Virgin Island youth understand that we have a passion and a mission to support their continued education. And so we have had the opportunity, whether it's through community boards or whether it's contacting high schools directly, to be able to let them know that we're going to support them, not only that we're interested in talking with them about what college is like, but more importantly, that we're supporting them through a scholarship.
Most definitely.
So they can apply. Yeah.
So your main focus is education and have Virgin Islands further the educations. So I know that y'all talk about, I know y'all want to talk about or elaborate more about the scholarship program. So that's something that, like you said, that's your baby. But before we get into the scholarship program and some of the recipients that y'all give out, I don't know if you have a list of past recipients and so forth. Let's talk about a little bit about how these last 5 years have affected the Virgin Islands Association of DC. And the reason why I want to talk about that is because, believe it or not, I'm living here in Atlanta, and every December, January, I can't remember the date, but I know it's around winter time. I always see like y'all have this big gala where people dress up like we going to a prom. So I'm like, that's nice. You know what I'm saying? And we have a lot of constituents, a lot of very important people at this big gala. So now for the last 5 years, I haven't seen any pictures, any video. And of course, I know due to Irma Maria and of course, the COVID pandemic that affected everyone around the world. Let's talk about the last 5 years, how it affected the association.
So if you know, I'll go ahead and get started and I'll go back. Yes, the Martin Luther King weekend, that Saturday is when we host what we like to term as our signature event, the annual Winter Ball. Okay. And folks come out dressed to the nine, have a great band, have a great time, try to get it at a major hotel that will exude that kind of ambiance, and it's a good time. So, but that's all in an effort to raise dollars to support our scholarship fund. The last 2-3 years, I think the last time we hosted the ball was in 2020, just before the pandemic hit. That was the last ball we had. So I will say to you that this association, and Marbury alluded to where we started and what we were doing. And back then, I think it was a lot of stubby pencil work, keeping records and whatever. The team that's leading this organization has taken us into that 21st century. We were able to pivot from, and I'll let Beaver talk about the meetings and the meals, but we were able to pivot from in-person meetings or not having meetings because of the pandemic to virtual meetings where we were able to conduct business, plan events, and keep the association going. I think we've had about 4 or 5 events during that time, all centered around whether we did a soup sale in the winter, fried fish in the fall, or some kind of meal. And it was all done virtually. You ordered online, we checked you off, you came, we delivered the food to you when you came. You didn't even come inside. We were trying to pay attention to the CDC rules at the time. So I think the associations have done an excellent job in pivoting and trying to accomplish our mission of giving back to our youth. So I'll get off my soap and let somebody else talk.
You like to chime in, Marvin?
Well, no, I was smiling as James was talking because the in-person meetings were really important to us, really precious, because we would have our meeting and then at the end of the meeting, we would have fellowship, which means everybody brought a dish from home, and we would eat and fellowship and talk and really get to know each other and develop friendships. And we still have the fellowship without the food. So that's a piece of it. So I was just smiling, remembering those times when, as James was speaking. But again, the most important piece is to continue the fellowship, and fellowship is different because of the pandemic at this point. But I think people still like the fact that we are a group that is centered here in the DMV, and that people can connect with us and have activities that appeal across the board. So whether it's that fancy winter ball you talk about, whether it's our membership committee doing community events or doing walks or visiting museums, or the fundraising committee that's doing sales, soup sales, popcorn sales, or whatever. There's just a number of different kinds of activities. So we're vibrant. We continue to try a number of different things and get out there just to appeal across a broad spectrum of our membership.
Okay, that's nice, man. So pretty much the pandemic haven't really, it kind of just slowed down everyone basically, but they haven't stopped the mission, stopped everything that y'all doing as far as y'all coming together, you know, still having the meetings, et cetera, et cetera. Like you said, that everything's now virtual now, but they haven't stopped that. A lot of times we heard a lot the pandemic affected a lot of association and communities where, you know, people just say like, you know, I ain't bothering with it no more. You know, I have other things to worry about. But I see that y'all still going, still having meetings, still having elections for you know, the seats that y'all have. So pretty much y'all running this association like the legislature back home. y'all having elections for president, vice president. I'm like, okay. All right, I see what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? So we're not raising our hand and saying who all want to be president. Raise your hand. Okay, we have four. We're not doing it like that. We're having a formal election in the DC. Like this is really like y'all really running this thing like a legislature.
Well, as the elections chair, we take this pretty seriously, and we're just so pleased. Our elections on a 2-year cycle, that people step up to the plate to say, you know, that they want to run, put some things into place, and just keep us on track, keep us organized.
Okay, so currently, who's the let's do a roll call right quick. Since I'm gonna put y'all on the spot, since y'all take this association very seriously, and I like that. So let's the listeners tell the listeners who are the president, vice president, the secretary, the treasurer, the public relations officer, the person that could have the connection with Stacey Plaskett. Yeah, let's go down the list. Let's hear the names of all the committee members.
Hey, listen,
Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay.
The president is Nicole George. The vice president is Kenrick Roberts. And I ain't gonna take up too much time, so I'll pass it on over to Beaver.
Can you all hear me? Because
Yes.
I'm on the highway, so I hope I'm not breaking up.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead, Beaver.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw in Allison Reese as the secretary. I mean, as a treasurer. All right, Bob,
Yeah.
do you have the information in front of you? Because I see I'm stuck up here in traffic, so I need to focus. But I threw out one name. We have the member at large, Janelle George. Okay, so
Okay, I can take it from here, Beaver. I'll take you off the hook.
I got two. I'm following George. I'm following Steely. I had two.
Oh my gosh. So we do have, as they said, the president, the vice president, the treasurers, Allison Defoe Reese, the secretary, Trevor Liebert, and we have a member at large, Chad Martinez. And then we have a number of board members, if you will. They are appointed. So the 5 that we mentioned are elected, and then there are other folks that are appointed. So Loanne Lake is the head of bylaws, our bylaws and governance committee, and certainly connects with our Congresswoman. We have our membership committee, Erica Walker. We have the head of Cherry Blossom Committee, Diane Parrott. And Cherry Blossom is a committee that oversees the selection of a VI Cherry Blossom Princess that competes within the Cherry Blossom activity. Cherry Blossom is pretty big in DC because it's the commemoration of the gift of cherry blossoms from Japan to the DC area. So we have the Cherry Blossom Princess. We have Janelle Gottlieb George, who does sort of double duty on technology as well as communications and cultural affairs. And of course, Abigail Hutchinson, who is the head of our fundraising committee, and I think I've covered them all. Did I leave anyone out? And Abby just joined us, I just noticed.
Hey, Abigail, how you doing?
So I saved the best for last, even though I didn't know I was doing that. Oh, and I have to say that I do two things. I do elections for the organization, and I also head up the scholarship committee. So that's what we do as a group.
Before we talk to Abigail, let me just ask you this question here, Mama. Did we have any rigged election anytime in the past? Anyone ever complain about the cheat?
Not under my watch. Not under my watch. And we actually do it by electronic voting. So it is up and above board. There are no secret ballots.
So y'all got polling stations and everything? Wow, y'all have a big budget there. Wow.
No polling stations, just a really good online platform.
Okay, all right. So Abigail, how you doing? My neighbor from what, long years. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing? Thanks for having us.
No problem. So Abigail, tell us a little bit about you, your part in the VI Association of DC. I see that you're the fundraising committee. Tell us a little bit about what you do and what your committee does, or what y'all what y'all represent in the association.
Good evening again. As the head of the fundraising committee chair, our job is to solicit funds for the organization. What we do is go ahead and we fund sponsors, donors, and guests that can eventually help us in obtaining our goals. We also go ahead and have a bunch of functions so that we can go ahead and raise funds for our scholarship program. We did the virtual carnival, and the virtual carnival was something that we did since we couldn't go home for carnival. We said, hey, let's do a virtual carnival. We had headgear on, and we still continue to insist of we doing the COVID-19 restriction, but we went ahead and had fun with it. We had, the Johnny cake, the pate, the regular drinks that we had from home. So we had to adapt and overcome and try to find ways, hey, how can we raise money? So we even did something that's called a popcorn sale that's very popular around that's very popular right now. We went ahead and did our regular food sale. The food sale, what we did, we had food from home. So a lot of people in this area either cannot cook it or don't want to cook it or just tired, but we went ahead and provided, and we had a very good outpouring support from our organization, from our guests, and even from the person that we hosted at their particular home. They opened up their home, they opened up their guest home to us, and we went ahead and did what we had to do. But we find different innovative ways to go ahead and continue so we can do the best thing that we can is give scholarship funding back to our homeland and back to our members who have students here who are graduating seniors. So we have found very good ways to go ahead and continue. So our job as a fundraising chair is to raise funds. So that's what we've been continuously doing, even during the pandemic. In 2020, we raised a record $20,000 during the pandemic. So we continue to do what we have to do to ensure we are giving these scholarships to our Virgin Island high school students at the end of each year, so they can go on to college and say, hey, my Virgin Islands personnel in the DC area have helped me. So that's what I do.
You know, James, I'm gonna tell you a secret. Abigail never tell you this here, right? But I can. But I'm gonna share a little story right quick with you. Back in the days when we grew up in Ras Valley, that's Hidden Valley for anybody that want to know. We call it Ras Valley, right? No more. They demolished Ras Valley. But back in the days in Ras Valley, right? Every holiday, they used to have a tramp. Those people come outside. They used to come with the parent pot, spoon, pan, and everything. All kind of thing. You just hitting on a bottle and just making music. And they'll tramp from one project to the other project, and then they go into all to two. Now I see who's behind all of this whole tramping back in the Ras Valley. It was Abigail. It was Abigail. It was Abigail's deal. I'm telling you, it have to be, because if she is the head of the fundraising committee, how she could keep this organization going, even though we had a pandemic. You talking about fish fry, you're talking about popcorn sale, food sale and stuff. We had people try to stay inside. People trying to say, listen, me going outside, me eating from nobody because COVID, you know what I'm saying? I want to catch COVID. The association, the Virginal Association of DC, to make sure they continue this thing going on. And I follow it. I follow it on social media that y'all was doing a great job. So shout out to Abigail and the whole fundraising committee, man. Now I see. Behind.
Let me tell you, I have a committee that is very dedicated. Those personnel, I have two on the line, Beaver and Staley. And the board members do help us a lot. Marva always turn around and say, Abby, just fit me. Tell me what you need me to do, and they will do it. And I must say, those guys will go backward and forward to assist, to help us to get where we gotta go. Many times they do after hours, come to my house, pick up stuff, do stuff. I mean, there's no way in the world, I'm being honest, I can do it by myself. There's no way. And you have to have help, they have to have leadership, and they have to have personnel who are willing to help. And they are one of the best personnel that I have that work.
I just have to jump in and say, Abby is the epitome of what we have had over the 40-something plus years of this organization. People who roll up their sleeve and go the extra mile. Steely has done it, Clarence have done it, because to do things a certain way, people don't throw it together. They really do it with panache or with style. And that takes sometimes a lot of work and overnight and planning and as Abby was saying, leadership. But we have had a certain amount of people over the years who have always done that, who really take the time to make sure it's done right, if you will. And so, as you can well imagine, in any organization, there are a handful of people who are really behind the scenes doing it. And then the others kind of show up and take advantage. And we need both types, right? But I just wanted to jump in and say that's why the organization has existed for such a long time. The people, particularly behind the scenes, that nobody really knows, who do the extra stuff, sleepless nights and all of that stuff. And that's why it has existed.
Most definitely, and y'all gotta give a pat on y'all back for doing a tremendous job, because, like I said, you use the word class, Marva, and y'all really do it with class. Like I said, the whole ball, the winter ball, people dress up like we going to prom. I'm like, this is big. Y'all got congresswomen, congressmen, people in the Black Caucus attending this winter ball. I'm like, I'm doing it big over there. I'm gonna play $100.
But you know what, Russ? What we don't have, I ain't never seen you there, man. So we have to get you to come on up.
Hey, like I said, I'm telling you, things change now, James. But like I said, when I'm rolling, I gotta roll with two. I gotta buy 2 tickets now. Can't roll by myself.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
2 is good.
2 is good, right?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Hey, Beeb, you want to chime in? You let me see if you're in a good area. You want to chime in about anything that we talk about so far?
Am I still breaking up?
No, you're good. Go ahead. You're good.
Okay. Well, I want to revert back to your initial question in regards to the association. Like I said, my part in this came through my stomach. When I came to Howard on Wednesdays, we knew it was chicken, fried chicken. And on Thursday, we knew it was chicken soup. So I got tired and I was looking for some real food. So I ventured out and looked for those upperclassmen. And surprisingly, those individuals, we just would hook up on the weekends. They would start cooking. We didn't have pressure cookers, so they would start cooking conch from like 5 o'clock after we got out of class. And we wouldn't start eating that conch until like 4:30 the following morning. because, you know, but we were playing spade, we were drinking some cruise and rum. And then once again, you know, they were educating us. And that was one of the main things of this association when we first started out, was to reach out to the young individuals coming up and basically giving them a home away from home. Back in those days, even though it was Eastern and Pan Am and the flights were not as expensive as they were now, but still to come up with $175 to go home for Thanksgiving or to go home for Christmas, those upperclassmen, they opened up their doors.
Okay, you broke it up now. You broke you. Yeah, you break it up now, babe. Yeah, but we.
You know, he was a chef. He opened up.
You break it up.
Talk about.
You break it up. Yeah, you break it
I'm
up.
in a bad area.
Yeah, you were doing good. You were doing good. It looked like when you start heading towards the highway again, you would start breaking up real bad. But we kind of understand.
I'm in the country now.
You're in the country now? That's even worse. That's even worse. You're not in the city? That's even worse.
Yeah, we call it.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we call it 3G. That's what we call it. 3G, not 5G. 3G.
We call it suburbs.
Yeah. We call it 3G in the country. So that's really nice. That's to kind of elaborate on what Beav was saying. And I've heard stories, you know, like I said, when growing up, you hear a lot of people, you know, they hook up with each other, Virgin Islanders. They hook up, when I say hook up, like meet up with each other, whatever, on a Friday night or weekend, and everybody pitch in and they'll start cooking food from home. That's why it's very important. And I hope that anyone is listening out there that have kids, especially teenagers right now that is listening to us, please teach your kids how to cook. Because I'm telling you, man, we too modernized now with how technology is, where everything is heat up, or we going to the you know, we door dashing and Ubering food, Uber Eats and all that stuff. Nah, take your kids, spend time with the kids and show them how to cook. I'm telling you, because these stories that y'all telling me right now, it was very important that you watch your mom and dad when they was in the kitchen cooking. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, if these kids right now, if they have to go through what we went through in the past, man, they'd be starving. They'd be starving. I'm being real. They'd be starving. You know, like everything is Uber Eats and they want things convenient where the people just pull up. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. I know about y'all, and then we're gonna get back into the Q&A. But I know about y'all. Ain't nobody bringing my food for me, man. No, I'm picking up my own food. Sometimes I have to stay there and watch y'all cook the food. I'm funny like that. I don't Uber Eats. I don't DoorDash. I never do it. I don't know how it works. I don't do it. I'm funny. I hear so much stories about people slurping on your drink, eating some of your fries and all that stuff.
So Russ, let me ask you. So you know, say with a fork.
Yeah.
You ain't eating nothing without a fork.
Oh, with a fork. I ain't eating nothing without a fork. I'm telling you. With a China one too, not a plastic one, a China one. But anyway, back to the Q&A. So I like that Marva, Abigail, James, Cleve. I really appreciate that, that y'all stick together. And even though like you said, that people don't know the behind the scenes, all the stuff because sometimes people might not feel like doing fundraising, but they do it. Y'all execute and y'all do it. And y'all do it with class. One of these days, I'm going to surprise James and show up to one of these balls, man. I'm telling y'all, because y'all be doing it big, man. Y'all be doing it big, for real. But let's talk about, and then the last segment of the show, we're going to talk about the event going on next week. But I want to just chime about a scholarship. Marva, I see that when we started the Q&A, you talk about your biggest purpose is scholarship, giving back. Tell us a little bit about the scholarship program. And if, again, we have a lot of people that every year that we have a lot of Virgin Islanders that are graduating from high school, whether it's in the Virgin Islands or even here in the United States. Tell us a little bit about the criteria. Do you have to be a born Virgin Islander, born to be eligible for your scholarship program? Do you have to be living in the DMV area to be eligible for the scholarship program? Or you have to be born, raised, and currently going to school in the Virgin Islands? So tell us a little bit about your scholarship program.
So just to start from the beginning, we've been doing the scholarship since 2010. We started with 2 recipients and we built up for that. So the criteria is that you must be a student attending Virgin Islands High School in St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John. And that you also need to be a high school student of a member of the Virgin Islands Association, DC. So we really have that broader base. And so we reach out, and then of course there's some other criteria. There's a GPA criteria, and students fill out a very comprehensive application that includes an essay. We want to know what their goals are academically and how they plan to give back to the Virgin Islands. They must also provide references. So whether they're teachers, their principal, people that they work for part-time, maybe a little summer job or a part-time job. They have to have an acceptance letter from a college or institution of higher education. And I think those are all the criteria that they have to do, have to have. And so there's a committee. I have a wonderful committee. Ms. Abby is part of that committee. And we review all of the applications. And then, of course, we make a very difficult decision because we would love to give practically everybody a scholarship. And so
you want to chime in a little bit about your part in the scholarship program as well?
You're talking to Abby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a member on the committee, and we go ahead and Marvel will have us team up, and we will go ahead and contact certain schools and let them know, hey, the scholarship program is open up. Make sure you let your students know, post it on the bulletin board, post it whatever social media platform that they have, so that they will know that it's coming up. And basically we sit down on the board, we grade each applicant individually, and then we go ahead and come together as a board members, as scholarship members, and sit down and we decide who will be the next recipient of getting these scholarships. So we just sit down and do Marvel directions, and we go ahead and execute.
So Marvin, tell us some of the numbers that y'all give back, some of the scholarship, the numbers.
So this year, we just finished the process not too long ago. So we're giving in total 10 scholarships, and they're broken up differently. We have scholarships that are named for some of our members who passed on, or we have scholarships that are named that people do that are book related scholarships, and then what I would call sort of our main scholarships. So we're giving away, I think it's 8 regular scholarships and 3 book scholarships. We have the scholarship program started and it was named for our very first Virgin Islands Association president, Robert Finch. We got permission from his family to name the scholarship, the Finch Scholarship, and that's what we've been working towards. We also have members who've stepped up to the plate and have sponsored scholarships. So it's taken off, if you will. And members are sponsoring the book scholarships. Books, as you well know, are not cheap. They're not $40 anymore. Over $200. So, so we're very grateful for that. And we have people who contact us who say, tell us about that. We may be able to sponsor something in the future. But as I said, since 2010, we have been sponsoring scholarships, and it has grown from 3 scholarships to now, as I said, we've distributed 10. this year, and we continue to hope to increase the amount, whether it's by person, a number of people, or by actual amount. And we really have, we're so impressed when Abby can attest this, when we get together to review all of these applications with where our youth, where their heads are, what they're thinking about, everything from, wanting to do health because of health disparities in the Virgin Islands, to wanting to improve the environment. So, and it's across the board, nursing, people want to be nurses, they want to be engineers, etc. And so we're just, that makes my heart proud, to see that. And I will tell you, in the beginning, we wanted to sponsor scholarships to students coming to the DMV because we thought we could mentor them. We are already an established group. We had the privilege in the past of taking students to get their first winter coat and all of that stuff because of what we all went through as students. But as costs continue to rise for education, and we had students applying, even though we said, this is for DMV, but they were going to UBI, they were going to schools in Atlanta, they were going to schools in California. We really thought long and hard about it and really came to the conclusion, since we are really supporting the youth of the Virgin Islands, we have to support their dreams if they're going elsewhere other than the DMV. So we made that adjustment as well.
Most definitely. That's nice, man. That's listening to you, everything that y'all saying on this call and the JMO talk show is like, y'all really take this organization very seriously, like real. Like I like that. I like that. Yeah, y'all making sure the I's dotted, T's crossed. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everything is step is sealed.
Hey, Ross. If I could, just one comment, and I'm not on the scholarship committee, but I'll say to your listening audience, we're all always looking for donations to help build that scholarship fund. So if one of your listeners out there or several of your listeners out there want to donate, we definitely will offer the website where they can do that to further that. And as Marva alluded to, not being on the scholarship committee, but at the ball when she introduces these young folks, male and female, and you read their resume or their bio and find out what their aspiration, what they're studying, it's amazing. These are kids from where we grew up.
Yeah.
And that is real special. So I want the community to understand we're not just saying, well, that's Wahineem's son. He should get it. That committee really looks at the application and make it like a hard call.
Yeah, they're making sure they want to see that needle in that haystack. They're gonna find that needle in that haystack. I mean that you gotta come good. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come good, you gotta come correct when you're dealing with the Virgin Islands Association of DC. Before we get started, before we get into the main event, which is going down next weekend, tell me a little bit more about this winter ball because I might jump in on James. I might. You know what I'm saying? It might be in and out though. So you gotta let me know if it's on a weekend. If it's on a weekend, we can work with it. But if on a weekday, I don't know. So tell
always
me
a
about
weekend.
that winter ball situation to get going on every first of the year.
It's always the Saturday of the Martin Luther King holiday weekend. Whether that's the 16th, the 15th, or whatever, that's Saturday. You can run your clock by then. So get your pass in or bring the family. I'm telling you, when these ladies step out, it'd be like walking on the red carpet, man.
I'm telling you,
the paparazzi.
Y'all be wearing black and white suit and all that, black tie and all. I'd be like, what? I'm gonna pay $100.
One thing we do, Ross, is at the winter ball, we also have state band players. We have Mocha Jumbi, we have the quadrille dancers, and we have singers, dancers. So we have not only doing the winter ball, but we also showcasing our culture for ones who have not seen it, or some of us who have forgot about it, or not remember. So we also showcase us at this ball. So that's one thing we love and we're happy about, that we are showcasing us. So come on out.
So,
I got you when you come up here.
Y'all definitely having it next year. That correct?
Well, right now, that's the plan, to have it next year. But you know, COVID is so up and down. So right now, that's our plan to have one.
Okay, so with that being said, Abigail, talking to James, it's been 2 years since y'all been outside. 2 years. And the event that y'all having next weekend, the all-white event on Friday, and the VI picnic, which y'all have DJ Avalanche coming from St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, going to be on the 1s and 2s. That should be great. So it's been 2 years since the DMV have even feel, and I told James that I was up there around that time 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? No, I'm sorry, it wasn't 2 years ago. It was actually 5 years ago. I was in that up there in that area around that time. I was trying to bring Timeless, the movie premiere, up there around that time. But anyway, Irma Maria kind of nipped that in the butt. But I think that y'all did get to see the show, the movie, I'm sorry. Shout out to Ed LaBorde. So it's been 2 years since y'all have did anything outside. So right now the plan is, of course, going down next week, the all-white event and the VI picnic. Tell us a little bit about that, what to expect next week, and how much the cost for both events, and who's also going to be attending, who's going to be supplying the music or the entertainment on both cards.
I can take the Beaver, you want to take the first one? The all white? He's doing something.
I'm saying, if y'all can hear me, I reached my destination, so I have to drop off.
Yeah,
okay.
You reached his destination. Woo!
Hey, well, once again, if you can hear me, thank you for hosting. And I too look forward. I'll even come and pick you up at the airport if you come in. I'll have room for you and the other person.
Okay, I got you. All right, so Abigail, tell us a little bit about the all-white event next weekend and the VI picnic that is going down next Sunday.
Okay, the all-white event will be on the 24th of June. It will be held at the Arlington Gateway. Tickets are on sale for $50 an individual, or you can have an individual VIP for $60, or you could buy a table of 10 for $550. So those tickets are still on sale right now, and they will be on sale until the event. And at the door, it will be a little bit higher if you want to purchase your ticket at the door. At that particular event, we have the Breakaway Band, which is out of New York, and those folks down there are from the Virgin Islands. Then we also have the Image Band. Image Band, most of the members are from the Virgin Islands. And then we have our DJ Snake. He is from the Virgin Islands also. So we try our best to any event that we have, we try to ensure we promote our own and have our own personnel doing the actual entertainment. So that event will go on at the Western Hotel. So come out and enjoy. And we also have tourism sponsors also, and tourism is providing us Bukajumbi at that event, and also some dancers at that event. So that's going to be on a Friday, which is June 24th. Like I said, it starts at 8 o'clock and it ends at 1 o'clock.
Okay,
so that's our first event.
That's the all-white event. That's the all-white event. Okay, and that's next Friday. That's next Friday.
Next Friday.
In DC at the Western Gateway. The Western Gateway. Okay, that's what's up, man. So we have DJ Snake, and then we have the Image Band and the Breakaway Band all the way from NYC. They're going to be entertaining. Marva, you got your all white? You ready?
Always.
Always. Hey, I still have to ask Steelies. James, I know you got your all white. That thing done press, everything done.
Hey, look, I press my all white so hard it shrink up on me. I gotta get another one.
You got another one? Okay. You gonna go up Georgetown Road, and see if you can find an all white day.
Yeah.
All right. So that's Friday night. The all white event going on at the Western Gateway. Again, doors open at 8. Tickets are $50. Tickets are $50, VIP $60. So what's the difference between the general admission and VIP? We are nowadays. I'm looking at it as, if this $60 ticket comes with a free drink, I might as well go ahead and get a ticket. So what's the difference between the $50 general and the $60 VIP ticket?
Well, the $60 VIP ticket, it gives you a little taste of home. We will have a pate in the bag, either beef or saltfish. We will have Vienna cake in a bag. We also will go ahead and have one, I think it's 8 milliliters, the smaller bottles of mini liquor, one of them in the bag. And also we have in that bag is some trinkets from tourism. And also we're gonna have some tarts in the bag. So that's the difference. And you are guaranteed a seat.
Guaranteed a seat.
So all of that extra that's what you would get in doing the VIP versus the regular $50.
Okay, so let me just get this straight now. That's why I get straight now. So $50, yes, you're gonna get in, but that don't mean you're gonna get a seat at the table. You're gonna stand up. You're gonna stand up. But for $60, you're gonna get a treat in the bag. We have all type of treat. We have tart. We have the little some complimentary gifts from VA Tourism. And you guarantee a seat at the table. Yeah. Okay. All right. That makes sense. I go walk with that.
That's $10 worthwhile spending.
Yeah. I go walk with that for $60. For $60, I ain't paying that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I love me some coconut tart, so make sure they have coconut tart in my bag. That's what
they have coconut, pineapple, and guava.
Okay, that's what I want to make sure. And me and you go with Abigail way back, you got your 2 coconut in the bag.
So it's just going to be a little taste of home, very small. Everything will be mini, but it just gives you a taste of home. And at the same time, you can go ahead and enjoy the event.
Most definitely. Definitely. So now we skipping Saturday now. We're giving you Saturday the time to recoup, and get yourself ready for Sunday now at the park, at the picnic, the VIP picnic, we outside. That's what the music was for, Mama. When we started the show, we outside. Okay, we outside. I mean that. Listen, it's been 2 years. We ain't been outside. We ain't boogie. We ain't shake down. We ain't do the electric slide on the Capitol, on the U.S. Congress Capitol grass and everything. So we about to do this here next week Sunday. So tell us a little bit about this VIP picnic. We have DJ Avalanche, Caribbean baddest DJ out of St. Thomas, U.S.
It is.
Let's just say out of the Virgin Islands. DJ Avalanche going to be on the ones and twos alongside DJ Snake, and I think we have the Image Band.
The Image Band.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about that, Abigail.
Well, that actual event, it will be on Sunday the 26th at Charles County Fairgrounds. That event will start at 12 o'clock until 6. With that particular event, it's a couple of things that's going on. 99% of the vendors are from the Virgin Islands. They will have fried red snapper curry, chicken curry, goat oxtail, saltfish, fritters, fish and chips, kingfish, Johnny cake, chicken leg, curry shrimp, stewed chicken, roti, pigeon peas and rice, potato stuffing, macaroni and cheese. That's what the vendors would have. So we try to ensure that we have vendors from the VI cooking VI food. So most of the food is VI food. So once they come there, they can get that food. But also that is not a profitable event. That is all about giving back at that particular event. So that event, we will provide free hamburgers and hot dogs for our guests until it runs out. So that way they can have some type of meal, but also we have vendors there if they don't want hamburgers and hot dogs. At that particular event, unlike others, they can go ahead and bring the tent, the chair, they can bring their own food. A lot of people come and cook there, bring their family there. They can bring their own drink. The only thing you can't do is bring any liquor inside. We don't have a liquor license, so we ensure that no one bring no liquors on the premises. So that particular event, we will go ahead and we will have tourism will be there, of course, and we have the Mukajumbis. We also have Mukajumbi out of the DMV area that will be there. We have some dancers, the tourism are bringing to us. But the big thing of that particular event this year, we are renaming the VI picnic to the William Waji Rogers. William Waji was one of a past FRC member. He was a lifetime member. He was a past treasurer, and he was a very, very dedicated member. He was also in charge of the picnic at that particular time of his passing. So we were naming the VI picnic to the William Waji Rogers annual VI picnic. So that's one thing we're gonna go ahead and do a little dedication to him before the start of the ceremony. And then we're gonna go ahead and have a lot of fun, a lot of laughter. But also we have other specialty vendors from selling stun gun, body oil, all kind of little different knickknacks, jewelry. So we have some other vendors that will be there. So we just gonna ensure that everybody support our vendors, and especially the VI vendors, support those personnel who are here that has job and has a side. Sometimes it's a real job and sometimes it's a side gig. You know, support and let us see what's going on. So that's what we'll be doing with those. We even have someone for the kids. We have our face painting and a clown doing balloons for the kids to play with. So that way it won't be just us having fun. The kids can have fun also. So that's the main thing. We're gonna have classic cars. We not have a big one like Atlanta, but we have classic cars. About 4 to 5 classic cars will be there at that particular time. So it's all about coming, having fellowship with each other. And a lot of times, you know, at any picnic, we see a lot of people we have not seen in many years or have not seen, you know, in whatever. But that's the whole object of this picnic, is to go ahead and kind of like relax and thank the personnel who have helped us along the way, because we can continue doing stuff and just taking revenue in, but you have to step back and say, well, thank you. Thank you for everything you have done to get us to where we're at. So that's all the picnic is about.
You know something. I was thinking about all the stuff that you just said, Abigail, and my question to y'all is, you really think you're gonna get all of that done in 5 hours? I think y'all need some more time. Because I'm saying, I'm like, that's a lot.
Listen,
You really think all of that done in 5 hours? Come on.
Listen, you ain't said nothing but a word, but we've got a time crunch.
Yes.
We want to get the folks out of there by 7, so we got to shut it down, and then make sure everything is in a condition that we brought it in. But I think it's going to be a great time.
Of course, yeah, that's a great.
With Avalanche closing out the show, I think it's going to be a great time, and it's only what, $15 a person.
No, it's $10 now, and the day of the event it will be $15. Kids under 10s are free.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's Sunday. Doors open at what time?
At 12 o'clock. The event starts at 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Now, if you are an individual who want to cook or do anything, you can come at 10 o'clock, and you can bring your tent, and you set up and find a spot, and that way you will set up for you, your friends, and your family, or yourself. And just have a good old time and sit back and, hey, enjoy the events.
So doors open at 12 o'clock. So anybody in the DMV right now listening to this right about now, that's not VA time. This is an American time. We're not saying 12 o'clock and then I still setting up at 2 o'clock. No. Yeah, like Steely said, this is crunch time. So make sure you at the gate trying to get in at 12 noon. We can't get the music up at 12 noon. Not 12:40, not 1 o'clock, 12 noon. Because like I tell you, you're gonna thank me later, you know, Steely. Y'all need some more time. I understand that, you know, we only have the park for a little bit of time, but I'm telling you, when people hear music, especially Caribbean people hear music, we don't want to go home, you know. If the music's sweet, we want to go home. Don't leave the DJ or the singer say, "Are y'all ready to go home?" And
no.
No. I was say, "Hey, Steely, good luck with that, son. Good luck with that." No, they ain't going home. They ain't going home. They ain't going home.
Listen, I'm with you, but
well, usually we have to push them out.
Yeah.
It's time to go. It's time to go. But we have a timeline, and we're going to stick to the timeline because we want to be respectful of everybody who wants. Because some people like don't want to leave, but we have to be respectful to ensure that everybody get home in a decent time. Because Monday is a work day. It's a different if it was a Saturday, but Monday they have to go to work. So we just come out and enjoy for a couple hours and be happy. So. Because like we say, like you say earlier, we outside, that's one of the music that we have on top of our actual, our flyer for the picnic. We outside, music, we taped it over it. So, yeah, so.
Shout out to Soldier with that song, man. That song is very catchy. And it really meant a lot to the Virgin Islands. We outside, you know what I'm saying? We've been through so much. And I just want to just top this off with everything y'all said that, Virgin Islands. When you say Virgin Islands Association, DC, New York, Atlanta, South
Houston, Florida.
Houston. We've been through a lot. We've been through a lot. And when I say we've been through a lot, we're talking about the Irma Maria hurricane. That was devastating. And to get us back to normal or get us back running again, and then boom, the COVID pandemic, that really put a toll on everybody, not just Caribbean people, but everybody. So when you're hearing us saying that we outside because it's like, man, like we finally, we outside, we could have some fun. Because I'm telling you, being in a house, cabin fever, it could really stress you out. So I know, and I'm saying this in advance, I know that y'all going to be doing good. Everything will go well next week. The all-white, starting with the all-white event on Friday, June 24th. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yes.
June 24th, doors open at 8 o'clock, and we're going till 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock p.m.?
Yes.
Okay, so 1 o'clock p.m. And again, the music gonna be by the Image Band and the Breakaway Band out of New York. So make sure y'all get there early. DC, the DMV traffic is. So make sure y'all get there early. We're not on VI time. We are stateside time. So everything starts on time, ends on time. So we're looking forward for y'all to come up with the all-white stealing. Make sure you go down Georgetown and get that new all-white. You want to see that all-white from 2017. You want the 2022. Like we put on some weight, right?
I prefer to say put on some muscle.
Okay, all right, okay. So it's all going down at the Western Arlington Gateway Hotel. That's in Arlington, Virginia. All right, so that's in the DMV. So hit the 485 to the 685, the 695 to the 95, and you'll find it. It's all right. Again, tickets are $50. VIP tickets is $60, and if you want a table of 10, it's $550. All right, and that's Saturday. That's Friday, June 24th at 8 p.m. That's the all-white event. Moving right along, then we have the VI picnic. Yes, that's where we're gonna jump up and we're gonna have our flats. We're gonna put on our sneakers or our latest gear. We have to look good because we outside. That's Sunday, June 26th at the VI annual picnic. It's we're gonna be honoring William Roddy Rogers. It's gonna be remembering our name of the VI annual picnic moving forward. Doors open at 12 p.m. All right. Online, you can get your tickets at $10. At the gate, gonna be $15. All right. You can walk with you can walk with your little charcoal grill. You can walk with the little basket. You can walk with the little cooler or whatever, but please no liquor. No liquor. However, we're gonna have some food on sale if you want to try out all the latest snapper, the conch in butter sauce, the fried fish, the chicken leg. We even gonna have Johnny cake. Yes. So make sure y'all come on out, support the thing. DJ Avalanche gonna be on the ones and twos, all of the Virgin Islands. Looking forward to hear his set. Also, juggling gonna be DJ Snake, and of course the Image Band out of the DMV gonna be providing you with music. And it's all going down at the Charles County Fairgrounds. That's 8440 Fairground Road in La Plata, Maryland, La Plata, Maryland. I think that's close to DC, right? If I'm mistaken, right?
That's Southern Maryland.
Southern Maryland, yeah.
Yeah.
Southern Maryland, La Plata, Maryland. All right. So make sure y'all get there early. Again, we on stage side time. We're not on VI time. So don't come at 4 o'clock looking for food and people breaking down and telling you, listen, this is all we have left. We've been cooking from 10 o'clock. So make sure y'all be in the place to be, get there early, doors open at 12.
Right? Hey, Russ, if I could just comment, the gates will open at 11:30 for folks that want to bring the tents and supplies in. Once they drop them off, they got to drive the vehicle back out. So, but after 12:30, we're not allowing any other vehicles to come in. Safety hazard. But those that want to set up, and this, think of it, and for your listeners, the Sunday after the Carnival Parade, everybody on the beach. The only thing we're missing is the beach.
The beach.
We're gonna have the music. We're gonna have the food. We're gonna have the people. So folks need to come on out, man. It's a good time.
Actually, James, I was thinking that it was more like a carnival village.
Yeah, yeah.
with vendors and people selling things and all that stuff.
Most definitely.
Yeah, and music. So.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So make sure y'all, if you're in the New York area, Delaware, Pennsylvania, the Virginia, and the North Carolina area, come on out. Even the Maryland area, come on out to the Virgin Islands of Association of DC. They're having a great weekend for y'all next weekend. So make sure y'all come out, support the thing. They're doing a tremendous job. Marva, Abigail, James, and also Beeve on his 3G network. We appreciate everything y'all did tonight, man. Thank y'all. It was a pleasure meeting y'all. It was a pleasure finally getting the VI Association of DC under my belt. I have an interview with y'all. I really appreciate y'all. So Houston, y'all next. Y'all next. I haven't did an interview with y'all. So Houston, y'all next. Let me know. Let's get this thing started. But Miss Marva, thank you again. Appreciate you. James, as always, it was a pleasure. And of course, my neighbor from long time, from Ras Valley days. Yeah. Abigail, pick up yourself. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Again, y'all gonna do good. I'm looking forward to seeing the videos. I'm sorry, James, I couldn't make it this time, but I'm thinking about that ball in January. So I might let you know on that. Just keep me posted.
Let me say to you, man, January, you'll still be in your honeymoon mode. That'll be an excellent place. Whatever venue we select is going to be a 4 or 5 star hotel, and the ambience and the layout, man, you're going to get honeymoon credits for a while after that.
All right, no doubt. But I'm going to look into it. So y'all keep me posted with that winter ball. I don't mind putting on my black and white, my black tie and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Looking good. All right. Thank y'all again, man. It's 9:24. Shout out. Oh, before I go, let me give a shout out to all my listeners on my Facebook Live. Oh, I can't end the show without not giving all of them a shout out. Shout out to a lot of people from the DMV was on the air tonight. Shout out to Kiva Lloyd, my girl Kiva Lloyd. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Stacy Rose, thank you for tuning in. Hey, Karima, all the way from the DMV. Thank you for tuning in. Kimberly McGrath, thank you for tuning in. Money Love. We have KJ, all the way from NC. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Stan Phillip, thank you for tuning in. Who else we got? We had some people was asking about the information. So y'all got the information. I'm gonna post the flyers of the event, the VIADC event for next week on my page, so y'all could check it out. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to inbox Abigail Hutchinson, James Lloyd, or Marva Gums Jennings. Y'all inbox them to say, hey, I'm inquiring about the event, and they'll let you know what y'all need to do. It's not my event. A lot of people like to, when you promote stuff for people to be asking you, hey Russ, can you hook me up with a ticket? I have nothing to do with the tickets. Okay? I'm just helping out, showing some love and supporting my VIPs. So please don't ask me about the tickets. Please don't tell me to turn back on the online tickets so I could purchase it. No, we're not doing that. Hit up Abigail, James Lloyd, Steely, and Miss Marva Gums Jennings for more information, all right? Make
And
sure
to help, if from you wondering, tell them go to VIADC.org.
Okay, that's VIADC.
Victor.
And I have all the information.
VIADC.org. Yeah, and that's our website, and the tickets are on the website, so they can go straight there and purchase the tickets.
Most definitely.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Abigail. For some reason, we're breaking up real bad. I don't know what's going on. My laptop is acting up. Sorry about that. But shout out to everybody again for tuning into the JMO Talk Show again. Next weekend, we're going to be back here again at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure y'all support the thing. Thank y'all. 8 years and counting. The JMO Talk Show, yours truly, ourselves. Again, the VIADC, the Virgin Islands Association of DC. Thank you again for joining the JMO Talk Show. Steely, thank you again. Mama, Abigail, Cleve, Beeve, thank you again. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all go out and support the VIADC event. That's next weekend, starting Friday night. Make sure you get your all white. If you bought tickets for the all white here in Atlanta and you didn't get to see Kes, that all white, you can wear it. You can wear it in the building. Nobody see you wear it. Nobody actually see you put on the all white. So that ain't come. You know what I'm saying? If you just make it to the parking lot and you have to jump back in your car, nobody didn't see you. So you can wear it. You can wear it next week, Friday. Nobody gonna talk about you. You gotta go and purchase another one. Steely, if the zipper is still good and you can button that belt, man, you good to go, man. You good to go. You got change nothing. You got change nothing, man. You say put on a little muscle, maybe not put on a white beater, a vest, a white vest. You know what I'm saying? You should be all right. You know what I'm saying? Oh man! All right, so shout out to everybody on Facebook Live again. Thank you again, and of course, special good night to my lovely wife Tiffany Sales. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. All right, that's it. It's 9:28. I'm gonna let y'all go with this song here. This is the song here I want to hear. The Breakaway Band. I want them to play the song here. So make sure y'all play this song. Hey, have a good evening. See y'all next week Friday. See y'all later, man. Thank you.
All we was with is not any virus. We open and we sleep in a fixing and we change. We can't go out and party, can't visit anybody. We can't go nowhere at all. But now we are.